My name is Lily. I am from Berkeley, California. I work in the Victor building for the Smithsonian American Art Museum, and I kind of have two jobs. I work for a woman named Emily. She's the executive editor for the art journal, American Art, and I also work for Amelia Goerlitz, and she is the program fellow coordinator for the people who have fellowships at American Art. I work most closely with Emily on those projects because I work for her more of the time on the journal. But I think that, I've been there about 5 weeks, and I think that there's a lot of people who mentor me in different ways. Judith is the intern program coordinator, and so I end up working with her a lot for different administrative things. There's someone right now who's a temp for the journal. Her name's Marie, and she was the one who taught me a lot of my first skills I needed to know for my first project. So I kind of go back and forth between a lot of people when I need stuff. And I really love the librarians. They're very helpful. It's kind of a mix of things because I have a couple different jobs, but for the journal, most of what I do is I do fact-checking, editing, and proofreading, and I also do some of that for different programs for the fellows who are working with us for Amelia. So, when I first came, on my very first day, I was very tired because I'd only had 5 hours of sleep because I flew in the night before. And I got taught how to do fact-checking for a journal, and I didn't know what that was, and I thought, oh, this isn't editing, and I was like a little upset. It definitely involves a lot of editing, and it's actually really fun. I get given an article that's already been accepted to the journal, and I work to make sure everything is accurate, as accurate as possible into our style guidelines. So I have to track down whatever they use and make sure it's up to snuff. There's kind of two things. One is flexibility, which just has to do with being part of the Smithsonian in general. There's tons of events going on all the time, and because you're an intern, you can go to special ones for staff, and it's nice because usually your boss is flexible, and so you can go to a couple a week, and it's a great way to explore places where you don't work. So like I don't work at the American History Museum, and I got to go to a special opening of the Innovation Wing they just did, and it was so awesome. And I got to speak with all the curators there, and it was just a really great opportunity. Second half was responsibility. I haven't had any other internships yet, but one thing that I have really appreciated about this internship is that they're very trusting, because you come in and it's a really short stint, but you're not just doing busy work. They really hand-hold projects to you and explain how to do it, and you can always ask for help, but it's your project, and it's just really great to feel like you have ownership over something and that I can conduct it the way I want to and on the kind of timeline that I'm comfortable with, and yeah, it's just been really great. I would say two things. One, I have an interest in publishing, so my internship with the American Art Journal has been really great because I've learned about the publishing process for an academic journal. I had no idea what that was like, and I got to do it in a hands-on way, which was great, instead of just reading about it. And the other thing that I would say is, for my direct boss, Emily, she's the executive editor of the journal, and another woman I met, Sarah Snyder, she's in charge of like web and development and tech for us. Emily majored in art history, and she's an editor, and Sarah majored in writing at my school, which is one of my majors, and she's in charge of tech. So I think it was really great to see people in the field doing things they really love, who had degrees that didn't necessarily correspond to what they do now. And so I think there's this kind of like anxiety and fear about like, oh, what your degree is, it's gonna be your job forever, and that was not true. And there's a lot of flexibility actually, so that was really good to find out. I really like working with my boss. She's just really nice and awesome, so I actually really will miss her, I think, because I think we have a good balance between, you know, me asking for help and her knowing when to offer help, and also when I can do stuff on my own, and that's been really great. And then also just all the different events at the Smithsonian, which I won't get to go to anymore. Those have been fantastic, so I'll definitely miss that. I think the most important things are apply early. Don't wait till last minute. Apply to a lot of internships because you don't know where you'll land. Be communicative with people, so if you get some feedback and they have questions, try to respond right away. And don't be afraid to apply to internships if you feel like the description doesn't exactly fit like your skill set or your expectations, because they change. My internship, they've never had an intern in the Research and Scholar Center at American Art before. but because of what I expressed interest in, they made one for me. And so I think that in a lot of ways, a lot of the Smithsonians will recognize that you have good skills and they want to put you where those skills will be put to best use. So just apply anyway, and then once you apply, you can start talking to someone and make it more tailored to what you want to do.